Hi guys, it's Sarah from Book Nerds and Fangirls, and today I'll be talking about the ultimate fangirl topic, and it is also a tag, which is the OTP tag. I heard about this tag through BookTube, and today felt like a real day to talk about OTPs because I just posted my video that I shot a few weeks ago about my worst love interest, and I realized I've never really fully completely talked about all the love interest I love, and the OTP tag seemed like the best way to do it. So I'm gonna do the OTP tag today, and I'm so excited. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And just as a disclaimer, just because I like slash hate some of these couples doesn't mean that you guys have to like them or you can disagree with me on some of them. These are just the couples I personally enjoy or disenjoy because there are some questions about no TPs, and one might be a very controversial topic, but I have stated that I hate this couple before. Some of these couples before. So just a disclaimer right there before we get started. So let's get on to the questions because I'm super excited to do this and I got a lot of material. So question number 1. Pick an unpopular OTP that you ship. And for this one, I'm gonna go with Helene and Elias from An Ember in the Ashes by Sabata here. Most people ship Laya and Elias together, and for me, I'm more on a trend right now where I ship people with their best friends. I'm not 100% sure why. I just feel like your boyfriend should also be your best friend, or the love of your life should be your best friend, if that makes sense. And I know a lot of people disagree with me on the whole trope about best friends getting picked, but on the other flip side of that, there's a lot of books that I've read where the best friend just falls flat, and I'm kind of tired about it. That and Elias's relationship with Laya just comes straight out of left field. At least with Helene and Elias, it kind of makes sense. So I'm definitely a Elias shipper. That and the fact that they don't really, like, Helene doesn't want to really feel anything for Elias. She knows she's just gonna get hurt. It's just, I'm totally down with this ship, and I will sink down with it and hold on to it for as long as I can because Laya is probably gonna get picked. But damn it, could we just at least get a kiss scene between Helene and Elias? I mean, after all she's sacrificed for him, can we just get one kiss? Just one, that's all I'm asking. Just one, please. Okay. Next question is pick an OTP that you didn't ship at first, but you do now. And for this one, might also be a very controversial one, but that is Adrian and Sydney from the Bloodline series. Well, actually, I didn't have a booktube in my Vampire Academy days, which I would have because Vampire Academy is an awesome series, and if you haven't read it yet, I would totally suggest that you do because to this day, it's one of Rochelle Mead's best series, and I love Rochelle Mead. Even though I'm not enjoying the current book I'm reading by her, I still love her, and I'll go down with this ship like I do so many of my ships when they fall apart. But for this one, it's Sydney and Adrian from the Bloodline series. With Sydney and Adrian, they're such polar opposites that I didn't really see it. It took a lot of convincing for me to actually get on board with them. And if you're around from my early Vampire Academy days, I felt that Adrian was one of the most annoying characters in the book, mostly because there was no competition when it came to standing between Romitri. I'm sorry, Adrian was just a third wheel. He was kind of like the best I won't say that he was kind of like the person who didn't really fit into his love triangle. And why was there a love triangle? Why did there need to be one? It was just there for added drama. So I didn't like him in the Vampire Academy series. I mean, yeah, sure, he was funny, and I liked him as an actual person, but for Rose, I didn't like him. And then he gets with Sydney, and I didn't really like it at first, but the way they bantered, and the way he treated her like he would anyone else, that was very sweet to me, and I fell in love with them. So I'm not gonna lie, Rochelle Mead just does these amazing things of characters where I can't help but fall in love with whatever pairing she throws at me. So, yeah. That one. Okay, question number 3 is pick your most hated no TP, which is people you don't ship together. I do have a book and a TV series for this one. I'll start off with the book because the TV series will probably be obvious to people who have watched my Vampire Diaries reviews. But for the book one, would probably be obvious to people who just watched my worst love interest one. But for this one, and I will say the Vampire Diaries will be controversial because there's so many people who ship these two together, and I don't understand why. But actually, there's 2 other couples for that one I don't ship, so I'm gonna get on with this one right here. So for my book ship that I don't ship, and that is Stark and Zoe from the House of Night series. I don't ship them whatsoever. I hate Stark so much. I don't get why people love Stark. Is just, no, he's controlling, he's an asshole. I really hate him a lot. And I'm also gonna throw in Shay and Callie from the Nightshade series because I can't go with no TPs without talking about Shay and Callie because Shay is such an annoying little whiny bitch. And I just hate him, and he acts all dominant. Now, you're just the little chihuahua that keeps on barking. I'm sorry. Just no. And for my most hated OTP of all time, it's just nope. Didn't ship it from the beginning, don't ship it now. We'll never ship it ever, and that is Stefan Salvatore and Elena Gilbert from the Vampire Diaries TV series, because there are so many reasons why I don't ship Stelena. Just so many reasons. First off, I am a major Delana shipper. Damon and Elena will always be my top OTP next to Romitri. And it's just Stefan and Elena, nope. It was just they were too much alike in the beginning. It was really annoying. Every single scene they had together made me really nauseous because it was so insta-lovey that I can't even stand it. Can I just also talk about how it was creepy that he literally stalked her from the beginning because she looked like his ex-girlfriend. Can we get on board with that? I mean, at least Damon came to Mystic Falls to torture Stefan. He didn't come because Elena looked so much like flippin' Catherine Pierce. I mean, just no, that, and Stefan, I can talk all day about how much I hate Stefan as a character. He's whiny, he's annoying, let's just say Stefan is probably one of my most hated Vampire Diaries characters ever. He's very selfish, and you could say, yeah, sure, Damon Salvatore is also selfish. And I'm not stating that Damon's not. It's just that he's a little less selfish than Stefan is. Now, before you yell at me at the comment section, let me explain why I think Stefan is more selfish. Okay, so Stefan, any girlfriend he has, he always has to put them down in some way or insult them in some way. kind of like season 4. Let's talk about season 4 for a minute. How much of an asshole Stefan was to Elena whenever she confessed that she had feelings for Damon. I mean, she could have just led you on and said, "No, I don't love Damon, Stefan. I love you so much." So much, and just snuck around with Damon behind his back, but instead of seeing that, Stefan decided to be a little bitch baby and acted pathetic and tried to find any way to break up Damon and Elena that he could, even plotting with Caroline, which is another ship that I hate. I hate Stefan and Caroline together. I don't think I ship Stefan with anyone except Catherine because they're just perfect for each other. I'm sorry. But, with this one, it's just that, and it really, really, really sucked that Stefan couldn't love Elena when she was a vampire. I mean, your girlfriend has to be a weak, empathetic, annoying little crying bitch baby for you to love her. I'm sorry, I don't ship Stelena whatsoever, and for people who do, that's okay. You could ship Stelena. I'm not saying that you can't, but I will never convert to a Stelena shipper. Never, ever, ever, ever. Okay, sorry about that rant. Talking about Stelena makes me go into rant mode. But, pick an OTP that took way long to get together, and I'm gonna use the Vampire Diaries again, and that was Damon Salvatore and Elena Gilbert, Delena, on Vampire Diaries. It took them 4 seasons to get together, and even then, they didn't really get together, so let's just say they got together in season 5, but we didn't see any true Damon and Elena moments until season 5, like they're an actual couple, they're actually together, and I just love it so much. And yeah, it took them a long time, but it was a very slow burn, and I appreciated this a lot more than Stefan and Elena, and I'm so glad that they weren't insta-lovey, like they hated each other at first. Well, Elena hated Damon at first, and then she grew to love him, which I just love. I love Damon and Elena, and I always will. Well, no matter who they put Damon with now, I'll always love my Damon and Elena. Okay, so for the book one in this one that took way too long to get together, I picked Ivy and Cullen from the Demon Kiss series. It took literally these two 6 books to get together. I'm talking about 6 books, guys. Just 6. 6 books. 6 books of waiting. It was like Delena all over again, and I really had to wait for this ship. Who knew I just wanted to kiss so much? They didn't even kiss until like they kissed in the first book, but it was more like a kiss. I think they only kissed around the 3rd, 4th book, and then finally in the 6th book they actually got together, and I was so happy about that. And it took them forever to get together, but I'm happy that they got together eventually. Next question. Okay, pick your favorite non-canon OTP. And, one moment. Sorry about that, guys. I got a lot of non-canon OTPs here. I got about 4 of them. So I will tell you why I kind of ship these. The first one is kind of weird. They're from 2 separate TV shows, but I think they would be kind of interesting together, and that is Damon Salvatore from the Vampire Diaries series and Brooke Davis from One Tree Hill. I don't know why I ship these 2 together. I just think that they would be amazing together. Brooke has this snarky confidence that Damon also has, and I would just love to see them play off each other. each other and having at least an interaction with each other, because I think that would be the most interesting conversation. Like, if we took Brooke back from when she was a teenager in One Tree Hill and she was so snarky I couldn't even believe it, and took Damon and paired them up, I just think that would be an interesting couple, and I think they would rule the world together, honestly. Okay, so the second one that I ship is actually a new ship, and I haven't really told anyone this ship yet, so this is a new one. But that is Damon Salvatore and Raina Cruz from Vampire Diaries. If you saw the Raina and Damon fight in the last episode, it was just so intense that it was actually kind of sexy. And if Damon has to have love interests that's not Elena, I would pick Raina. Because they threw in the joke how the actress who plays Raina, Leslie Ann Huff, looks kind of like Nina Dobrev, so... And then I look, and I'm like, holy shit, she actually does kind of look like Nina. But it's not that she looks like Nina that I ship them together. I just loved that fight so much, and Raina looks like she's gonna be a really kick-ass character. They both look like they have a tragic backstory. They both seem to want vengeance for the wrongdoings that have been done to them. And let's just say their fight was hot, and the fact that she hesitated for 2 seconds while Damon was talking to her, I just think it would be interesting. And from the flash forwards, how she knew about his mother dying in some way, there has to be something going on between those two. Just at least a little something. Another interesting one is my number 3, and that's Cleo and Jonas from Fallen Kingdoms. I'm not really into Jonas as a character, but I think Cleo and Jonas would really be interesting because Jonas hates Cleo in the first book, but then he gets sympathetic towards her towards the ending and in the beginning of Rebel Spring. And I just think it would be a really interesting pairing, and I would much prefer Cleo with Jonas than Magnus, honestly, because Magnus is a huge no. And then last but not least, Legolas and Tauriel from the Hobbit trilogy movies, because we all know Tauriel's not in the books. She was just specifically added in there as an interesting character, and I just think they would be perfect for each other. Not gonna go into other details, but there it is. Okay, next one is name your favorite bro TP, and for this one, it's gonna be what did I get? I don't know. Okay, so for my favorite bro TP, it's gonna be, even though I hate Steven, and I said he was the worst character ever, my bro TP would be Damon and Steven Salvatore for actual brothers, because I adore Steven and Damon's brotherly relationship moments, even though they have a lot of fights. I love when they actually stop fighting and band together as brothers. And I know Sam and Dean would be a very generic answer, but I also love Sam and Dean. And now I know why this book was right here, because another bro TP I ship is Dimitri and Adrian. They hated each other at first, but they learned to get along with each other in the Bloodline series, and I just adored it. Just, yes. Okay, pick an OTP you adored in the books, but not so much in the movie or TV adaptation. And this one's gonna come to a shock to everyone, because this is one of my ultimate favorite OTPs of all time. But the movie didn't really do it justice, and that is Rose and Dimitri from the Vampire Academy series. I just think their relationship in the book was eons and centuries better than the one in the movie. The movie made it look like a cutesy little crush love story for teenage girls, and that's not what Romitri is. Romitri is the definition of an epic romance, and this movie just made them look like a cute little puppy love story where, oh, she'll just outgrow it eventually, but that's not what Rose and Dimitri stand for, and I couldn't just, no. Oh yeah, another hated no TP I forgot was Eric and Ivy from the Demon Kiss series, but I'm sorry I didn't add that in. Okay, so next question. Pick a popular OTP that no matter how hard you try, you just can't ship it. And this should come as no surprise to anyone that I don't really ship PETA and Katniss together. I tried, I really did. PETA is a really sweet guy, but I don't think he's for Katniss. The relationship between them felt really forced, and I can't ever get by it. I'm sorry, just no. And another one I don't ship is Magnus with anyone from Fallen Kingdoms, because I just think that Magnus is a royal douche canoe, and I don't like him at all, especially whenever he's obsessed with Lucia. I mean, I know that they weren't technically related, but that's just, I'm sorry, it's just gross. If you think that someone is your sister for so long, you've literally spent 16 years thinking you were her brother, and you have a crush on her, and you don't care if she's your sister. That's just disgusting. That's just gross, and ew, gross. Just, ew, disgusting. Okay, pick your favorite LGBT OTP, and I have two for this one. My first one comes from a book, and it's shocking that I'm holding up the House of Night series, but it's gonna be Jack and Damien from the House of Night series, because I just adored them two together. They were just so cute, and they were a relief for the series for me. Just relieving. And for my TV LGBT OTP will always be Kurt and Blaine from Glee. I just love these two together, and I could go on and on for the reasons why I love them, and they're perfect for each other. But this is the next question. It's going to have a very long response, and that is pick your all-time favorite OTPs. And this one, I have a list for this one. This one, I will go from my down below to my all-time favorite OTPs. So this is it. My first OTP is Rebecca and Greg from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, the TV series. I just adore Rebecca and Greg's relationship, even though the past couple episodes you could see it slowly crashing, but I will go down to the ship and her relationship with Josh. I'm sorry, it's just really creepy, and I get it somewhat, but at the same time, I don't ship it. I really think it's going to turn into a situation where she's so obsessed with her ex-boyfriend that eventually she'll end up with him, she'll get tired of him, and just go with Greg. That's how Crazy Ex-Girlfriend should end, but I'm not gonna do the writer's job. They could pick. Next is, of course, Kurt and Blaine from Glee. I adore Klaine so much, and they're just the perfect couple ever. Next one is a relationship a lot of people might not know about, and that is Teresa and Ethan from Soap Opera Passions. They were my OTP before I knew what an OTP was. I invested 8 years of my life in that soap opera, and I still love it to this day, and I still ship them together to this day. Go E.T. Another one is from another soap opera, and that's Sammy and EJ from Days of Our Lives. At first, I didn't ship them, but no, as the series went on, I did. I really did. The next one I have here is Sookie and Eric from True Blood, the TV show, because I haven't read the books. I'm sorry. Okay, I know the books are probably better. I'll get to them eventually. But I love Sookie and Eric together. It was just, they were really hot, and I don't like Bill. I'm sorry. No for Bill. Next one is from The Big Bang Theory, and that is Sheldon and Amy. Let me start out by saying, I love all the Big Bang Theory couples, but Sheldon and Amy are just my ultimate OTP on that show, and I'm so excited about the direction that the show is heading in, and I'm so happy. My next OTP is Arya and Ezra from Pretty Little Liars. Because I will sing down with the Ezra ship with the rest of the Ezra and Arya shippers. Next is probably an OTP for a lot of people, and that's Haley and Nathan from One Tree Hill, because I just adore them. One of my ultimate OTPs. Next one is Brooke, Julian, Lucas, and Peyton. All 4 of these, I don't care who would end up with who. I just adore all of them as couples, and I didn't really find anyone with anyone. It's just this one. And this one, I really do go down this ship because I hate who he is with now, which is Amelia. But this is my OTP for Grey's Anatomy, and that is Christina Yang and Owen Hunt from Grey's Anatomy. I will go down with them. Christina's gone, so of course their ship crashed and burned, and now he's dating Amelia, who I hate more than anything. She's not right for Owen. I don't think anyone's right for Owen besides Christina, but I'm going down to the ship. Next up is Helene and Elias from An Ember in the Ashes, because I just adore those two together, and it's finally time for the best friend to win in a book that I'm reading. I'm sorry, not sorry. Next is a surprise for people, and that's Kalorn and Mare from the Red Queen series. I don't like Cal. I don't like Maven, whatever the hell his name is. I want her with her best friend because, of course, I just said I'm tired of the best friends not winning. Will and Ellie from the Angel Fire series, another couple I adore. Sydney and Adrian from the Bloodline series. Heath and Zoe from the Mark series, because Heath is the only person I ever shipped Zoe with. Dorian and Eugene from the Dark Swan series by Rochelle Mead. I just love their banter and their winning commentary. And finally, last but not least, my top 3 OTPs. Coming in at number 3 is Colin and Ivy from the Demon Kiss series. I just adore these two together. Of course, they're my favorite. I think they're the ones that brought on the best friends becoming lovers thing, because Colin and Ivy were best friends to start with, and their relationship slowly built up to realizing that they really do love and care about each other, and it was just adorable and amazing, and it's the reason why I now ship best friends together, I guess. Second OTP will come as a surprise to no one, but that is Damon Salvatore and Elena Gilbert from the Vampire Diaries TV series, since I don't like the books, and I didn't really ship them in the books either. But Delana is just the most beautiful love story I've ever seen portrayed on TV, and every time I think about them, I just want to cry or laugh, and I don't think there is any couple, except one couple, that I love as much as Damon and Elena, and they're just perfect for each other. They complement each other so well, and I'll always love Delana. So, sorry, Delana shippers, Delana forever. But my ultimate OTP, my favorite OTP, my best OTP ever that I will never get over, and that is Rose and Dimitri from the Vampire Academy series. They have such an epic romance, an epic love story. They're amazing as friends, they're amazing as lovers, they're amazing as partners in crime, and when they kick ass. Their relationship is slow burn, and it's just amazing, and Rochelle Mead is my favorite author for this reason, because I feel like Rose and Dimitri would be an amazing couple. And why hasn't this been made into a TV series? Because obviously the movie didn't work, so if Mortal Instruments could get a TV show, so could Vampire Academy. Get on that. Just get on that. Alright guys, I'm running on 30 minutes, so I will see you guys in another video later, and thank you for watching. Bye!